Hey guys, just wanted to let you know what we've been doing, what we've been talking about here at Liquid Vineyard the last several days, as we've just been talking and praying about what we should do in response to the rising levels of COVID in our communities. And we've been talking about what's happening in our city, in our county, in the hospitals. And so here's what we've decided. We're going to be going online only for our services for the next 4 Sundays. So that's November 22nd, 29th, December 6th, and December 13th. We're meeting online only. We'll be on Facebook, be on YouTube. You know the drill. As a church, we were actually more online than we have been in person. And so I'm excited to see some of we're going to put the questions back in, have some discussion during service. We're going to be live streaming. So it's not going to be pre-recorded. So our worship team and myself and others will be doing we'll be recording live, and so that should be fun, a fun element adding to that. But why 4 weeks? Well, the 4 weeks aligns with the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, their stay-at-home orders for 4 weeks, and so we want to partner with them in that. And so, but our plan, and that stay-at-home order ends on December 17th. And our plan is to meet in person December 20th, the last Sunday of Advent, the last Sunday of our series in Advent, The Thrill of Hope, which I'm excited about, and it's to be the last Sunday right before Christmas. So we're hoping we can meet in person. We'll have registration for that coming up soon. But also, in addition, next week, if you have kids 5th grade and under, we're going to be dropping off at your home a bag just to help you in the Advent season, in the Christmas season, point your kids towards Jesus. There are going to be some great resources to do that. So we'll be dropping those off next week. So we're excited. Even though we'll be going online for 4 weeks, we think there's going to be some great resources to help you if you're a family, if you have young kids at home, to really engage in the Christmas season in a deep way, in a significant way. We'll also be posting some devotionals as well too for adults, so look for that link in the weekly email. And so, of course, this Sunday we're wrapping up our series called Whisper, where we're learning about how do we hear from God. And I'll be talking about 7 ways that God speaks to us. Some ways that maybe you've experienced before, other ways maybe that you haven't, but hopefully it really just continues to draw us closer to wanting to lean in to hear the whisper of God. So let me take a couple minutes just to share about why we're doing what we're doing, why we're going back to online for 4 weeks. And the first thing, and it's probably obvious, that was we want to partner and help to slow down the spread of this virus, of this disease, to slow down the spread, to keep people healthy and safe. Absolutely in our church community, but also in our local communities, and help keep our neighbors safe as well, to keep this spread down. Everyone's saying the same thing, whether it's the Board of Health, whether it's our governor, it's our hospital leaders. Everyone's saying stay at home, reduce what you're doing for at least for this time. Let's see if we can really stop this growing, significantly exponential trend that we're seeing today. Friday had the highest number of cases we've ever seen. So we are committed to helping people stay safe. And we really do want to be the best friend to our city. We're in Lakewood here. We want to be the best friend that we can be to Lakewood and to our broader community as well too. And we feel like one of the best ways we can be a friend to our city, to love our neighbors well, is to do everything we can to keep people safe and to slow down this spread. But another reason is that we really want to look out for our healthcare workers as well. Maybe you've seen online or on TV just people talking, leaders of healthcare systems and nurses and doctors and therapists coming out and just saying, please stay home. Because what we're seeing is not even necessarily the shortage of beds, though that's happening too at some of our local hospitals, but it's the number of healthcare workers that are there to staff it. More healthcare workers are having to stay home, to quarantine because they've gotten sick or they've been exposed, and so there's shortages there. And so we want to partner with our healthcare workers. I was just talking to one of our people in our community today, and she was saying that on their team, they're trying to make a pact to say, let's not go out, let's not go anywhere, so that we can come back to work and be safe and be healthy. So it's a real deal. We want to look out for our nurses, for our doctors, for our therapists, for all of our healthcare workers, to really care for them well. And finally, we want to partner with what our government is saying, our government leaders. We had a whole series on 1 Peter during the summer about how do we come under the authority of our governing leaders, even as our greatest authority is Jesus, is God. He's our king, but how do we honor our authorities over us? And even though they haven't told us not to meet, they've actually carved out space for churches to continue to meet. But when we see it, and they're limiting in-person gatherings, wanting to limit those, to reduce the number of those, And so we want to say, hey, we're in for that. We're in for that. We want to love our neighbors well and care for them well. We know that not everybody is going to agree with this. Not every church is going to do the same thing. They're going to decide different ways, and we get that, and we love those other churches as well too. But that for us is how we want to land, how we want to posture ourselves to love our community as well. And we've wrestled with it. We've wrestled through it. But there's going to be a lot of ways we can stay connected and interact and engage as this series goes on. Because we're finishing this series, an Advent series, staying connected through Facebook and YouTube with online services. But also all of our community groups are going to be online as well too. And so there's not any reason that you can't stay connected, even as we're online only for these 4 weeks. Our first Saturday prayer is going to be online Zoom as well too, so you can connect. Bring your cup of coffee virtually, pray with us. You'll hear more about that as well too. So stay connected. I know it's been so easy to stay disconnected if you haven't felt safe to come in person, or even if you got out of the rhythm. It's easy to stay disconnected. It's easy to stay unplugged. Don't do it. Don't let inertia keep you from engaging with your local church, with Lakewood Vineyard. This is your church home or your other church home. Stay connected, stay engaging with Jesus. Lean in, even as we're talking about this series, lean in to hear the whisper of God, even as we're joined together as a community. And we are hopeful that on December 20th, we'll be able to gather again in person. We can really stem the tide of these increases of cases, and that we'll be able to meet again on December 20th. So 10 a.m. that Sunday, register, invite some friends. Looking forward to connecting with you this Sunday, though, online, Facebook, YouTube. Leave some comments, engage, invite some friends. Just hit the share button. It's a great way to share with your friends on Facebook and social media your church community. We love you guys. We're praying for you. If you need anything, email us at hello@lakewoodvineyard.com. We'll see you soon.